Yeah, how's it going, guys? It's Richard Unicorn Crawler here, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Yeah, welcome. This is the Wizard101 Problem Series, and today we're talking about Wizard101, the console problem. If you're new to the channel, basically I do this problem set series where we talk a little bit about a few issues with Wizard101. I mean, it can be completely subjective, all up to your own opinion. But we talk about some of the crucial issues, or at least some of the stuff that I have seen lately, especially considering Wizard101 console and even on PC. There's a lot going on here. So first of all, let's go all the way back to where it first began, where we first got clarity about when or if Wizard101 was coming out. Now this was posted August 29th, 2024, and this is when they announced that Wizard101 was eventually coming soon to consoles such as PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch consoles, right? Now, this entire full-on launch took an entire year, and we get the full actual release October 9th, which is a year. It took a, we gotta redefine what it means, coming soon, because this was this was long. And of course, during that time, they had the Xbox game preview beta, and that kind of made the launch a little bit better. Obviously, the launch had a few hiccups, or few is an understatement. For starters, there was a lot of lag and stuttering with it, and a ton of crashes on PlayStation. I'm not sure on the Xbox side. I've been hearing a lot of mixed reviews about the Xbox, and but in general, a lot of people were just going through issues. A lot of people were also kind of struggling with selecting enemy targets. The controls felt a little janky, and some people had trouble gardening, and there was just a lot of things that were, still issues in the launch of the game. So a few maintenances or, restarts later, the game servers seem a little bit decent. But then we're met up with this, and apparently Wizard101 on console got so popular that you actually had to wait in a queue in order to actually get into the game. Like, you literally could not even play the game at all until you get in this queue line. A lot of mixed reports of going it to like in the thousands or 4,000, 5,000. It was a pretty big number. Pretty ridiculous if you ask me that they had a year all the way from 2024, and they only have 2 pages full of realms and a bunch of areas, but it seems like KI is definitely going to have to invest in a little bit more realms for Wizard101 console, because it even gets worse, because today, or at least from earlier today, every single realm in the entire game was full. I have never seen this before on Wizard101 PC at all. Most I'll see is probably like 3 to 4 to 5 realms that are full during like a free membership or a new content drop. But this is insane for Wizard101 console. Give it up, guys, because that is nuts. You literally couldn't even play the game. I mean, you probably still can't even play the game. As of right now, I'm probably still getting comments of people saying that they still can't even get into the game. Now, I want you guys to remember that this game, does have a paywall. So a lot of people get by that by buying the area with crowns or buying a membership. Assuming that people bought a membership or the Arc 1 pass or anything whatsoever in order to proceed with the game, the fact that you can't play it kind of sucks, because it kind of feels like you're spending your money on something that you can't even play, And of course, you can go to the official Wizard101 Discord yourself and look at all of the bugs and complaints that a lot of people have. I mean, Arc 1 Pass, it actually just refreshed just now. The Arc 1 pack isn't working. The area is closed. Try again later. That has been happening both on the PC and the console version of Wizard101. So the servers have just been completely swamped today. I have no idea why. Can't log in. It's a whole thing. And you can scroll down and down. There is a ton of complaints. And it just goes on and on and on. So what happened? Well, I don't know. I guess KI happened. My thing is, though, I think what had happened is that I really don't think that the beta was really complete in a sense, because remember, this was posted a year ago, and it was kind of radio silent since then. And then we had that Xbox game preview beta, and some of those glitches, even from the beta, were still present on the launch of the game, and probably still are present to this day right now, which is a little concerning, because I know a lot of people worked hard to kind of report as many bugs as they could on the beta. So to kind of see it launch that way kind of sucks. Now, it's not completely negative. There is a lot of positive with it. Of course, some of the positives is that a lot of people are interested in the Wizard101. It's a nice childhood game. Everybody's excited to play it on their nice, comfy couch or whatever. Yeah, it's fun. Another problem, though, getting back to the negatives, is that it only released for PlayStation and Xbox. Now, Nintendo Switch had to wait on their release date for some odd reason, because Nintendo is always picky about it. So you actually can't play the game on Nintendo currently. It's only available for PlayStation and Xbox, and we'll have to wait for the Nintendo Switch, I guess, release date whenever, I guess, Nintendo is ready for that. It was also mentioned in a blog post that the Nintendo Switch version won't be a free download. You actually have to buy the Arc 1 pass first, and then you'll be allowed to download that on your Nintendo Switch. It's really finicky and all, but the Arc 1 passes I've seen have been very positive. A lot of people said that they really want more of those Arc passes, which I agree. I think it would be cool if they just had Arc passes, because that way you don't really have to spend money on crowns or membership elixirs. You can just buy the Arc and maybe take a break after you're done completing that arc, and then just come back whenever you want. So I think KI should definitely take advantage of that and just look into that. But first, we gotta talk about the elephant in the room, and of course that is the server stability, which is really bad. As we said already, the servers are full, there's a lot of lag, just a whole bunch of stuff. So, they definitely gotta fix all of that stuff up if they do wanna keep the console player base interested. And I would say this as a, probably an opportunity for KI, if they really want to show some support to their fans. I think it would be cool to maybe add in like a free membership weekend period, or at least for like a week or maybe like a couple of days, for everybody on console. I would just say for console and PC as well, because again, we go in with all of these server stability issues, and I'm pretty sure I mention this on my channel all the time, but when it comes to KI appreciating the customer's time, it becomes a really slippery slope, because you have these downtimes, you have a lot of these server maintenances, and you have a lot of these bugs and glitches that kind of mess up the game a little bit, kind of messes up your play value of the game. And especially if you can't even log into the game, or if you have to wait in a queue. For PC, you can log in right away. I had no issues logging in a PC. I mean, nobody plays on PC anyways. But for console, I would probably have to wait in a queue, because there's so many people logging in and trying to get in themselves. We also don't know exactly the exact number of how many players can be in a console specific cross-play realm. Whenever it comes to details like that, KI is, for some reason, very sensitive about that. They usually don't reveal information at all concerning the game's metrics, so we just kind of have no idea how many players are even in a realm. I mean, it could be 100, it could be 1,000. I have no idea. I'm not an engineer, but if you're a video game engineer and you have a clue about that, feel free to leave a comment below. But I have no idea how many people can be supported in a single realm or in each realm. We have no idea. All right, unless one of the game devs said it in Discord, but I'm not gonna have a little witch hunt and scroll through Discord about all that stuff. And of course, some of the other, minor stuff about console, that there's no cross save, there's no cross progression, and of course you can't use your PC account on the console. They're actually completely separate things. So Wizard101 on console definitely has a lot of work to do, but leave a comment below on what you guys personally think they need to change and what they need to fix on. But until then, I'll see you guys later, and peace out.